Hi, Dr. Phil. How are you today?
I'm wonderful, Terry. How are you? I think
I'm good. The sun is shining over here, so it's good when the sun is shining. I want to talk to you today about what got you so gung-ho about gut health.
great question, Terry. Really, I was practicing medicine, seeing patients, and treated many of them, giving pills for ills. Intentionally, really didn't bother me. I had no idea why people weren't getting better. But then, not only were they not getting better, but I wasn't either. And I was living on no sleep, caffeine, and not prioritizing my sleep. And first, it affected my mood. I became depressed. Then it affected my focus. I had brain fog. Then it hit my gut, and I was having lots of symptoms. I developed irritable bowel. Gas was the norm, bloating, and I had to figure out what to do. So I was trying to find the answers and ended up looking into functional medicine and healing my body from the inside out. I was able to discover ways through lifestyle and nutrition how to improve my gut health. And once that occurred, then everything else followed. My energy got better. I prioritized sleep, and I was able to have normal gut function. And therefore, I know now that I can help people with their gut function because of what I experienced. Therefore, when I help people, I specialize in the gut-brain connection, helping people regain their energy, focus, overcome fatigue, and improve their gut health, as well as their mood. How about you, Terry? I know that you are also doing gut health and you're a gut health expert. So why are you so passionate about gut health?
I had worked as a social worker, so I was living in a very stressful type of job. The stress was really over the top, and I started getting anaphylactic like reactions at night. That really surprised me because I was never allergic to anything ever that I was realizing. When I discovered that they were connected to the health of my gut, it made me do a lot of research because I first went to my doctor and was told I had underactive thyroid. Also, she referred me to an allergist, and the allergist couldn't find any allergies. So that didn't sit well with me. I didn't want to take medication for the rest of my life, like my practitioner said would be the normal treatment. So that forced me to figure out other ways I could heal my body without going that route. And I established myself with a natural type of practitioner. And that's when I discovered through a stool test, x-rays, and a food sensitivity test that I had 28 food sensitivities. And those food sensitivities were created from having so much stress in my life. And it explained also why I had the extra pounds on me at the time, explained why I was feeling so tired. My body was really out of balance. When I discovered that I had these food sensitivities, I stopped eating those 28 foods and I lost my weight like 12 pounds within a month. That was significant for me. Most of it was inflammation weight from foods that were healthy, but they
Right.
weren't healthy for me. And then I realized, wow, people have a lot of gut health issues from stress that they don't even realize they're having. So that's why I want to help people understand the root cause of their issues rather than just taking a pill for every ill, like you have mentioned. When I lost my mother when she was only 38 years old, she was being overly medicated for depression. And
Right.
that also steers me. That's why I don't want to take medicine for covering up symptoms.
Right. Makes sense.
So that's what's really driving me to help people with this.
So what do you think most of your people that you come across, What would be their most compelling issue that they have to deal with? Is it stress? Is it digestion? Is it they're overwhelmed or they're just exhausted?
People who come to me who are exhausted have depressive and anxious thoughts, struggling to lose weight, having chronic fatigue, brain fog, getting bloated, having a lot of gas. Those are the kinds of things they're dealing with. So when we explore it a little further, then we get to what kind of lifestyle and diet are they having now? How about you? What kind of people are coming to you?
People come to me, and a lot of times they don't reveal what's going on until you ask them some questions. They are looking for information, but a lot of them are not eating well. They say, "Oh, I'm doing okay," or "I was doing really well with my diet, but now I'm eating more processed foods." And when I asked them, "What about your sleep?" They go, "Well, I can't sleep." And I asked them why, and they said, "Well, I'm just so wound up. I have so much stress that I just can't sleep." And then it leads to other things. So I feel that we need to ask them questions as to what's going on because people are not really forthright on telling you what's going on unless you dig deeper and try to have a conversation with them. But I think most of the time people are having issues with sleep, digestive issues, and a very stressful life, or they're resorting to things such as alcohol or comfort foods.
Yeah, I would say that's happening with my clients as well. All of those areas, not getting enough sleep, relying on caffeine, which is gonna stress them out even more because caffeine is a chemical stressor in the body. If you're already stressed, you're going to, yeah, just add to the fire when you're not getting enough sleep. And then your nervous system gets all dysregulated, your hormones get imbalanced. It's just a ripple effect throughout the whole body.
Yeah, I agree. The other
Yeah.
thing is, and maybe you come across this as well. People say, well, I'm really doing everything right. My labs are great. My doctor says I'm fine, but I still feel like crap.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, I hear that too. People are just feeling lousy, and a lot of times it's because the conventional medicine world doesn't test you oftentimes for prevention. You have to be really sick for some of those tests to show that there's a problem. So even if your labs appear normal, you can still feel like crap because you have to be in a really serious condition for them to start treating you.
I agree. I think the other thing is that sometimes these chronic illnesses creep up on you. You can be doing something for a long period of time, and then all of a sudden you get sick. And that's when you show up at your doctor. But there are things that we can do in order to help to prevent things. And I don't think people realize that there's an impact from the food that they're eating, the environmental stressors, and the things that they do on a daily basis on how they're affecting their health overall. What are your thoughts about that?
I have a four-pillar framework that I work with on people. And it's four simple things. And when I tell people, they're like, yeah, I know that. But they're not taking the next step and embodying those into their daily life. The four things are: how are you doing it? Nourishing your body with proper hydration, eating real food, and taking some targeted supplements. Second, how much movement are you getting in your day? Are you getting the 30 minutes of cardio in every day? And are you getting 3 times a week of strength training? And the third one is restoration. How is your sleep? Are you getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night? How are you managing your stress? And the last one is a connection, because that's just as important too. Are you making time to connect with yourself, your life purpose, other people, community, nature? They know it, but they're not actually embodying those things. So if you pick one of those pillars, start working on that. How do you go about it?
I believe that there's a lot of information. People ask Dr. Google or Chat GPT and say, hey, what's wrong with me? How can I fix myself? I think what happens is they lack the proper structure. They're overwhelmed with all the information. So I generally try to stabilize blood sugar, sleep, and I tell them to look at their poop, not study it, but take a glance at what's in the toilet bowl so you can get an idea what's going on. In addition, I tell people I want them to pay attention to signals because the signals are our body's alarm clock. How do people feel after they're eating? Are they exhausted all the time? What's their stress level like? I think starting with blood sugar and sleep as a primary, as you mentioned, with your pillars, and working from there, working on the thing that's the most important to them, because everybody's unique. A lot of times it's working on their gut health and their blood sugar balance.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. Well, I'm excited to do our Q&A together, Dr. Phil. We have our Q&A on Tuesday, April 28th at 12 p.m. Central Time and 1 p.m. Eastern Time for people to come ask you and I some questions about their own issues. Please come join us. We love talking about this. Dr. Phil and I have been there. We understand you. So join us. We'd be happy to share how we can help you.
Absolutely, Terry. Yes, I believe it's an opportunity for people to ask questions about any health challenges you're having. And if it happens to fall under the umbrella, anything that is distressing you, whether it be your mood, energy, sleep, digestion, brain fog, or fatigue that's unexplained, we might be able to give you some starting points and to give you some idea of where to start. Because I think that it's important. I think you and I both know that
Mhm.
people try to do everything at once. And I believe that it's important to have some sort of structure or to do the next right thing. Obviously, we feel that health can be very complicated, but it can be very simple. And I think that doing the simple things on a daily basis to get the wins that you need are really ways that you can improve your overall health. So, yes, please come. We encourage you to bring your questions, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Sounds good. Bye for now. You guys take care.
Absolutely. Hope to see you on our Zoom call. Bye for now.